Okay, let's write out the code for our harmless ransom note algorithm. We will start by writing a function called harmless ransom note and passing two parameters into it, the note text and the magazine text, which will both be strings. For the purpose of this algorithm, we are going to assume that both the note text and the magazine text do not contain any type of punctuation and all the letters are lowercase. We will do this so that we can focus on the larger, more important concepts that we will learn in building this algorithm. The first thing that we want to do inside of our function is change both the note text string and our magazine text string each into an array of words. We will do this by saying variable note array equals note text dot split, and we will pass in a space character, which will result in an array that contains every word present in our note text. We will do the same for our magazine text by saying variable magazine array equals magazine text dot split with a space character passed in. Great. Now we have all of the words that we need from our note in one array and all of the words available to us in our magazine text in another array. Now, what we are going to do next is we are going to figure out what words we have available to us in our magazine and how many of each word we have. We are going to use an object called magazineObj to do this. The technique that we are about to follow is called using a hash table, and it is an important technique that you will find very useful in building many different algorithms. We want this magazine object to have every word in the magazine array as a property on it. And for each word, we want its value to be the number of times that it is present in the magazine array, just like this image shows. We correctly build this object by using a for each loop on the magazine array. So we will say magazine r dot for each, and we will pass in a function that takes in a word. Now we have access to each word that is in our magazine array. As a side note, we can change the formatting of this function to look something like this. This is called an arrow function. It is literally the exact same thing as what we previously had with the word function in there, but this is just a cleaner way to write it with less code. So now we are looping through every word in our magazine array, and we want to place every word we come across onto our magazine object and keep count of how many times each word is present. So we will say, if the current word is not present as a property on the magazine object, which is written like this, if it is not present on the magazine object, we want to make it a property on the object. So we say magazineObj at the current word and set it equal to 0. Then on the next line, we simply want to increment that word by 1 every time it is present in our magazine array. So we say magazineObj at the current word plus plus, which will increment it by 1. So basically what is happening in this for each loop is we are checking to see if the current word is already present as a property on our magazine object. If it is not already present, we put it onto the magazine object and set it equal to 0. Then on the next line, we increment the word by 1. This line will run whether we just put the word onto the object with this line, or if the word was already placed on the object and we have come across a duplicate. Great, that is it for the first half of our harmless ransom note algorithm. We can see that it works properly by console logging out our magazine object. And down here, we need to call our harmless ransom note function. And we can just pass in an empty string as the note for now. And we will pass in the text, "This is all the magazine text in the magazine." And let's run it to see what we get. Great. We get the correct object logged out with the right count for each word. So that is it for the first half of our algorithm. Let's finish up coding it in the next video. See you there.